Hello my friends, thanks for joining me today. I have a flip through of my newest Halloween journal. I have to be careful with the front because these little gems are still drying, so I need to be careful with that. But I do want to show it to you. Here is the spine, just some fun, creepy looking stuff that I had dyed. I've sewn 2 layers of, well, a material and then 1 layer of material, 1 layer of lace, and then I doubled up the tie. So there's black and gray. Now here is how the front cover looks, and you're gonna think to yourself, well, what's going on there? Well, I used my whimsical and fun kit called Halloween Under the Sea, and that's what it is. It's Halloween Under the Sea, and I'm in love with this kit. I created it last year, but I did not have a chance to use it last year. So I'm absolutely thrilled that I finally got to use it this year. It was on the top of my priority list to make sure that I could, and so glad that I did. So here is one of the tags that I made, and this was actually a piece of scrap, but it goes so well in here I figured I'd throw it in there, and you could finish this tag if you want to, or use it as a bookmark, whatever. You can see that there's a ship here, but there's also some pumpkins under the sea, and that's the kind of thing that you're going to see in this journal. You'll definitely see some fall vibes. This was just so much fun for me to do. You guys can hear Rico when I talk. He thinks he has to compete with me. He wants to get in on the conversation. So he's going to town over there. At any rate, here we go. We've got one of our fun fish. He's blue and orange, as you can see. There's a castle back here and the moon all under the water. A couple of layers for journaling here. This is a fun tag. And here we go. There's some more under the sea. And what I wanted to show you, one of my favorite things about this kit are these fish pumpkins. I just absolutely love it. I have a trim on the edges on a lot of the pages. You'll notice that. We have our umbrella underneath. We have our nice tag here. This is some of my jelly print. I'm just in love with this particular page. I just think it came out so good. So here we are. We have our haunted mansion under the sea and our pumpkin fish and even some bats. A nice tab here. Some stenciling I did on this page. This is another jelly print, and I've lined this with some trim here. This is a vintage envelope that I used. This is a vintage encyclopedia page that I jelly plated. I really am so happy with how this turned out, and it was such a joy to create it. I'll probably go through and stuff some more stuff into the pockets. This one just opens like this, and I did a little stenciling inside. You know, it's all the little details, and they take a lot of time to do them, but they just add so much to your project. Another jelly printed page here. Here I use this pumpkin as a little pocket on top of my jelly print vintage envelope. Just like a little tag that I folded and put some ribbon on, and a little mouse that says keep out. Just a fun little extra thing there. More jelly print. There's some really large tags in here, which, you know, it's kind of fun to make them. Here I was able to use blue. We don't think about using blue in Halloween, but we also don't think about Halloween under the sea. So this, like I said, is just such a whimsical creation, and the kit's available in my Etsy shop if you like it and you want to create your own. This journal is also available in my Etsy shop. Another jelly printed page here. I did that on a live a few weeks ago and just was experimenting and having just so much fun. All the little pumpkins are out going trick-or-treating, I suppose. Here we have some pumpkin fish swimming in the coral. Here's our sunken ship here with some bats flying above it. Another jelly print page. Here is some stenciling, and here's the other side of that page that I used some jelly printing. In this little upper pocket, well, first take a look at my octopus. I love octopus, and he is a pumpkin octopus because he's orange. So here's some coffee dye and gold paper and just a little tag here. This is a fun page. We've got some, what do we call this? Pom-pom trim, yeah. And I put a little blue above it. This pops out, it kind of reminds me of like a gift card holder. You know how you put a corner in each little section when they make those gift card holders like that? So I had never done that before, but I thought that was fun. Here's a nice big upper pocket, tiny little mouse, and a nice fall tag. This would be great for an October daily or a scrapbook. If you have kids or grandchildren, you could put their Halloween memories in here. Oh, I love this. This is a pumpkin octopus, and it's got the octopus legs, but it's a pumpkin on top, and I just absolutely love it. Here we have a lantern with fish inside. It's just fun. It was just so fun to create the kit, and then it was just so fun to create the journal. This journal has 5 signatures. Did I mention that? I can't remember. But it does. And I was going to do 3 signatures, but I ended up doing 5 because it lays a little bit flatter the more signatures you do. That's why I went with doing 5 as opposed to 3. Here's our mansion under the water. Now this is a check, a pay stub, if you will, from 56. And there's a lot of, this extends way out here as you can see. So lots of journaling space here, but I just sort of tri-folded it up here and added some ribbon. This piece, I got to give a shout out to my friend. This was created by my friend, crafted by Carol, and she sent me that a while back, and I'm so happy to be able to use it in this fun journal. This is under the sea as well. You can see some spiders in the sort of the cavern and a spider web and our pumpkins. This is one of the jelly prints that I did. I created this jelly print even before I was thinking about this journal, and it just ended up working out perfectly. This is another jelly print on a vintage window envelope, and what I did is, you can see this little guy peeking through the window. That is a reproduction vintage postcard, and you see the back right here. And I just went ahead and stenciled it so you could write on that if you wanted to. And then I created a tag for the pocket. And here's our little witch's boot here. Another nice size tag. Here is one of our center signatures, and this is just a fun image of a witch riding on a skeletal shark. I love it. Yes, it's creepy, but you know, that's what Halloween is sometimes. So I just think it's a lot of fun. We have another one of our pumpkin fish over here. This is a fun page with some lace and some words. I picked up these words. It was a pack of them, and I picked them up at the thrift store just the other day, and they were like 59 cents or something, and it's like 2 sheets, which was great. I used a lot of them in this journal. Here is a piece. This might have been a belt, I'm not sure, but a fantastic colors for the journal, so I turned that into a side pocket. A piece of jelly print there, and just a tag. Some buttons on top of these pages. Places to write or add photos. Oh, again, my friend Carol at Crafted by Carol. This is her jelly print. Here we have a vintage envelope, 20-cent stamp, 1984. And inside, I just added a few pieces. It was just some tags. They were like, you know, when you have a little bit of leftover paper, so I just rounded the corners. Figured I'd pop those in there. Oh, I love this too. This is a jellyfish, but it's a pumpkin jellyfish. It even has the stem on top. Absolutely love it. Here's a beautiful fall tag. This leaf I turned into a pocket. This is a vintage envelope that I jelly printed. That's the other side of it. This is a piece of orange paper, as you can see, and I just did a little stenciling. Here's a little flower on top, and I dipped it in my ink pad. It was bright white, so I wanted to give it a little bit of orange color. I got these gold flat backs. I didn't have gold, so I figured they would do, I could use them a lot in the fall. So here's just a fun page. This is some cardstock with some images from the kit, and then some ribbon, and then some like braided jute here. And then this is a piece of jelly print paper. And here's an octopus on top of scrapbook paper that I actually stenciled, and then again with the trim and the jute. This is just a fun image of Halloween underwater spiders. Another page of jelly print. I love this. It's got a lot of gold in it. And it says little creatures. Those are more, the words are throughout the entire journal. Night fright. Just put them here and there. Wanted to use them. It's what I bought them for. So here is our little skeletons, and they are trick-or-treating, and it says trick-or-treat. And this turned out so cool. I'm really actually so happy with this. Check this out. This is jelly print with some stenciling over top of it, and I love how it turned out. It's one of my favorite pieces, and this is over top of one of the paychecks, and this is the outside actually of the paycheck. This is the inside, but this looks good, so I folded it the way that it is. But you could easily write inside here. Lots of space for writing. And I'm trying to find here you go. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but if it does, you can see that this is the vintage typeset in there underneath that paint. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can. Sometimes when I'm recording, I can't see it on my camera, but then when I watch it back, I can. So I'm hoping you guys can. Another pumpkin fish. Jelly print. This is the other side. Our funny little creatures here. Some rickrack. This says bats and spiders, and here's some pom-pom trim, and then I put another layer of trim and our 3 flat backs. This says beware. Cloudy night. This is actually velvet right here. This is velvet trim, and it's actually a very, very dark blue. It looks black on camera most likely, but it's actually a very deep blue. Another vintage envelope with some trim, actually 2 layers of trim right here. Love the way this came out on the coffee dyed envelope. We have a nice big pocket here, and I've added some jelly print, which is great Halloween colors, and then another vintage postcard, which this is a replica of it. They reprinted this in 2008. So cute. Oh, I love this. This is my orange seahorse, and I just think he's fabulous. Just put a few simple tags in our underwater mansion. This was a fun jelly printed envelope too, obviously vintage, and inside I put this vintage skeleton. It was from a magazine from 1956, I think, and right here one of those stickers that I had bought says bones on it, so that was perfect. And then the skeleton is underneath this black. I wanted to cover that, and then I added this time card right here. This is some jelly print that I did. I thought the colors were perfect. This is the other side. This is over a magazine page, and you can see the magazine images coming through, and it's just really cool. This was a bag that was sent to me during my 4K giveaway, and I love it so much, so I definitely wanted to use it in the journal, and I did, and I'm glad that I was able to. Here is our nice ship under the water and our pumpkins. Here's the other part of that bag, and that's a jelly printed envelope. Here is another pumpkin jellyfish. and 2 tags. Beautiful. 2 layers of trim. And this is another vintage postcard. I turned that into a side tuck with a nice big tag. I guess this could be held this way. It could go either way. This is the back cover. As mentioned before, the cover is made from Amazon packaging. It's the bubble wrap packaging. I covered it with fabric. Let me show you a piece of it because I literally just did this like an hour ago. Here is what the fabric looks like. And then I covered that with some black lace, as you can see, which was this actually. So when one is layered on top of the other, that's how it looks. I sewed around it with red thread, kind of like an auburn rusty red, and I sewed these on as well. And then of course I already showed you the back. So friends, as I mentioned, this is available in my Etsy shop. I hope you love it, and thanks for watching. See you soon.